responsibility. Number 2, she was desperate. She was desperate. You go from believing God has a purpose for your life to being desperate. Because I begin to look and I begin to think, man, you know, she had everything against her. She had her husband died, and then her second husband. How is she going to give birth? How is she going to give birth in the natural way? You look and say it's not going to happen. But she was desperate. She didn't complain. She didn't complain like, you know, what am I going to do? She probably didn't sit there and have excuses. There ain't no women in my church for me to work with. You know what? She has attitude, and she ain't good. She been here too long. I ain't working with her. There ain't nobody. We sit and we complain and we don't share. We need to be desperate. She had everything against her. And she still stayed desperate. She still knew she had a responsibility. I thought about it like this, like somebody, whenever you needed something, there's always somebody that's always there for you. Somebody that, when you need a ride, she's faithful. You can always call her and she'll pick you up. When you need to borrow money or short in a bill, or even for this retreat, there's always a woman that you can call and she always lends you that money or whatever you need. She's always there for you. She's there to pick up the phone when you need somebody to talk to. Well, that's the same way in my life that I feel. I feel that this ministry has been there for me. I feel that this ministry has taken me in. I feel that this ministry has taught me, has spent time with me, has looked me, has encouraged me. And that's why I feel the sense to give back. You should feel a sense to give back. You should feel a sense of responsibility. And the third thing is that she gave birth. She gave birth in verse 27. When it came time to give birth, there were twins in her womb. I want you to know that for the last, I don't know how many years I've been coming here, since the little convention over there. And remember, I sat in the very last row in the little tiny building in the hotel. Been coming year after year and just listening and learning and watching and looking. But last year every year I come, I'm like on the mountaintop, I'm ready. I tell Sister Julie, God, that means I can't have fun this retreat. I like to stay and play and deliver gag baskets to you and do all kinds of fun stuff. I said, now I have to go pray on the beach. But I'll tell you something. Last year, I came heavy laden, heavy burdened, going through it, discouraged, not knowing what's going to happen when I go home. I have a beautiful church. I have people, and we're blessed. We're overly blessed. But even with all that, and the enemy came in and he just lies and discourages, and I don't think even the pastor's wives, they just knew, and people were praying for me, but I was like, man. But that's when I was asked to be up here to do pulpit. That's when I was asked to come and speak. I said, man, Lord, you know, when we ain't ready, when we are ready, you know, he doesn't give it to us, but he waits for it. When we're in that trial, when we're discouraged, when we're down, when we're going through it, that's when he says, you're ready, come on. You've been faithful, you've been there, and now he wants to just use you in a mighty way. And I just remember that thinking, man, the Lord is done. Because twins, how many know, they say double for your trouble. All your troubles that you've been facing, we've heard it all this week, is God wants to give you double for your trouble. That you need to